What you're currently viewing is our health and wellness seminar that we had on March 31st, 2012. This is our outline, or you could say our agenda for that day. We had about 60 people to show up in the pouring down rain. So definitely we had some serious people there. If it wasn't for the rain, we probably would have had 80 or possibly 100 people to show up. So all in all, the seminar went a lot longer than we would have liked it to have gone, lasting 3 hours. But all in all, it was a success based on the turnout, and also based on 6,000 approximately gross and invoice that came out of this seminar. So what you're going to see is a short clip of how the tempo was set, the introduction, myself leading out, setting the tempo for my team. Definitely proud of the team, and the performance that came about after the seminar. But I'll let you view the seminar and judge for yourself.
Wellness seminar.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we get ready to start. First and foremost, I really appreciate everyone coming to our seminar. We prepared for you all, and this is going to be a day of educating you and obviously illustrating. One of the things that I want all of you to know that, I'm happy that it rained. Some of you may feel like, oh, it's raining, it's going to be, a bad day. But the reason why I'm happy that it rained is because it identifies individuals who make up excuses, right? Who like to always procrastinate. Whenever distractions get in their way, it's easy for you to say, I'm going to put it off, right? I'm going to do something different. Well, all the distractions that got in the way when it came to the rain, it's easy for you to say, I'm going to stay at home in the comfort zone. Okay? Look how many people showed up. That lets you know that these individuals in here are serious. They wanted to hear what this is going to be about. And I want all of you to congratulate yourselves.
Educational therapy. That's what my education was. I went to LaGuardia College, Queens, New York. From there, I got into sports and medicine. Right. Technically black belt in Shogun. And I fought on the national circuit with some people made like Billy Lance. So when it comes down to training, I've been trained since I was 6 years old. Right? People were showing me how to do resistance training, showing me how to do functional activity. And when it comes down to helping other people, to get in the best shape of their life, I really don't know what it is not to be in shape. I don't. When people struggle to get in shape, oftentimes I can tell everybody it's because you work hard at doing the wrong things. That's what it's all about. So my job today is to help everyone here leave you with a wealth of knowledge. I want everybody's brains to be full of exactly what things they need to do. I have an agenda, right? I'm going to go by notes because I have a lot of stuff that I really don't want anybody to miss out on. I have some top trainers, best trainers in Florida that are going to be talking to you today. Some of the top certifications, in the industry, are going to be up front of this room. And then after we finish, we're going to give you a question and answer segment. So I'm going to give everyone an opportunity to ask questions. So allow us to go through the seminar, right? What I have put together a note so that I answer the majority of the questions that people ask. And then from that point, I'm going to give everybody a chance to ask any questions that they want to have. And look, I don't have even distribution is weak. Second, black fellow shows on, and I fought on the national circuit with some people names like Billy Planks. So when it comes down to training, I've been trained since I was 6 years old. Right? People were showing me how to do resistance training, showing me how to do functional activity. And when it comes down to helping other people, to get in the best shape of their life, I really don't know what it is not to be in shape. I don't. When people struggle to get in shape, oftentimes I can tell everybody it's because you work hard at doing the wrong things. That's what it's all about. So my job today is to help everyone here leave you with a wealth of knowledge. I want everybody's brains to be full of exactly what things they need to do. I have an agenda. Right? I'm going to go by notes. Because I have a lot of stuff that I really don't want anybody to miss out on. I have some top trainers, best trainers in Florida that are going to be talking to you today. Some of the top certifications, in the industry, are going to be up front of this room. And then after we finish, we're going to give you a question and answer segment. So I'm going to give everyone an opportunity to ask questions. So allow us to go through the seminar. All right, what I have put together a note so that I answer the majority of the questions that people ask. And then from that point, I'm going to give everybody a chance to ask any questions that they want to have. And look, I don't have a time schedule. I don't have an hourglass to anybody. So I'm here for you today. Right? So we're going to go ahead and get started. Everybody should have an agenda. And also, I want to make sure that everyone gets signed onto the list one more time so that you can be involved in the raffle. So everybody make sure, raise your hand so that that list can get around to you. If your name isn't on that list, see, we got a lot of people over here whose name's not on that list.
No, that's Affleck.
Numbers on.
That's Affleck. That shouldn't be going around. That shouldn't be going around.
Yeah, you don't have the one with the numbers on it. Someone's got the wrong one going around. I need a clipboard. I need my trainers, Gilbert. All right, so when I need y'all to get your hand up whenever you need that clipboard to go to, and I'm going to have somebody walking around to get it to you, okay? Now, so we're going to get started. First and foremost, everyone needs to understand when it comes down to being in great shape, the first thing you have to understand is what are your goals? What are your goals? So that's the number one question I want everyone to have for themselves. Write that down because I want you to understand that everything starts with getting in shape and what your goals are. You might not want 22-inch arms like me. All right? So you better not train like me because you might get them. Correct? If your goals are weight loss, you need to understand that that's what your goal is. If your goal is just general health, you need to understand what your goal is because the facts are that you got to train each body differently according to your goals. So you're doing the workout that your friend does, and your friend has different goals, means that you're automatically putting yourself on the wrong track. Or your goal is just to have a better quality of life and just be conditioned, general health reasons, or are your goals you want to get stronger? Are your goals that you want to lose weight? These are the first things that you need to understand when you're approaching joining the gym and starting a fitness regimen. Let's start off with the myths, all right? Because I want everybody to hear the myths first. I'm sure everybody here has heard some of the myths, probably practiced some of the myths, but the number one myth that I hear is spot reduction. Spot reduction. I want everybody to understand spot reduction. What is spot reduction? Meaning that, well, Lester, I just want to get my stomach down, so, I come and I do about 1,000 crunches a week, and you think that that's going to make the stomach go down for you. Well, let me tell you what that does. That helps you to build a muscle underneath the layers of fat. So you're going to have some nice muscles under there that you're never going to get a chance to see. All right? So that's the number one thing I want you to understand. When it comes down to spot reduction, if that was true, then I could just chew gum on the right side of my mouth, right? And this side would be leaner than the other side, right? If spot reduction was true, I'd be able to do that. All right, so I want you to understand that the first thing I want you to eliminate is thinking that spot reduction is going to work for you. I just want to get my arms or I just want to get my legs right, so I'm not going to work on it. My arms are fine. My back is fine. Why are you working on my back muscles? Okay? Lower your carbs for weight loss. Anybody heard that before? Raise your hand. I know some people heard that. All right, let's talk about that. Carbohydrates, and I'm not even going to go to nutrition right now because I have an expert that's going to come up here to talk to you about nutrition, but I want you to understand that when it comes down to carbohydrates, these are fuel for your muscles. If your car says 93 octane only, and you decide that you're going to just put 87 in that car, and you're going to drive that car for 2 or 3 years like that, do you think that car is still going to drive the way it drove when you pulled it over the lot?
No.
It's not going to happen. So let's eliminate the myth of lowering the carbs. That's exactly what you don't want to do. Carbs are fuel for your muscles. Your muscles need gas. All right? So you can have energy to be able to demonstrate your workout. A lot of times people come and they can't get through their workouts because they think they're not in shape. It's not you're not in shape. You're not fueling your body properly. Because you're listening to these diet people. All right? You're letting the diet people tell you, well, you need to do it this way. Well, there are 3 components to your success. There's cardio, nutrition, and strength training. And a trainer's job is to establish balance. So what we do is help you balance out your program, meaning that you don't do too much, you don't do too little. I mean, everybody here knows you can over-under eat, right? You can over-under eat. Do you think you could over-under weight training?
Mm-hmm.
What about cardio? This is a trick question. Do you think you can overdo cardio, people?
Yes.
Yes, you can. All right? You can overdo cardio, and if you do too much cardio, what happens is now you set up an imbalance when it comes down to your exercise, and you start to cannibalize muscle, you start to decrease, or increase in fat rather, cannibalize muscle, you start to increase in fat. Cardio is designed to strengthen your heart, all right? So it's not designed for weight loss. It's not designed to tone it up. It will help you in the process, but if you use cardio improperly, guess what? You're going to come to the gym and get fatter. I want everybody to remember that, because I see people come to the gym and they say, well, I really want to lose weight, so I'm just going to do the cardio first. I understand. It's real simple to go press start. On the cardio equipment, you don't need anybody's help. You don't have to have anybody give you any instruction. You press start and you go. You don't need any help, right? Right? So the most important thing I want you to understand about that is you have to have a balanced program. You can't have cardio up here, resistance training down here. From the ages of 30 to 75, you're on pace to lose about 45% of your muscle from aging. So when you think your metabolism is slowing down, it is. But the reality is you're just losing muscle. All right? You're just losing muscle. But the good news is that everybody here, I don't care what age you are, you can change that ratio just by increasing muscle. You increase muscle, you decrease fat. Right? Anybody in here have any idea about what a pound of muscle, how many calories it burns every day? No, 1 pound of muscle burns about 50 calories every day. 1 pound. Right? 10 pounds of muscle burns about 500 calories. So let's talk about a small ball like this, evenly spread out in your body. It's barely noticeable. So all my ladies, I want you to understand, we're not talking about 10 pounds being, anything more than a small ball like this. Evenly spread out to your body. So this is barely noticeable. But what it's going to do is going to have you burning 3,500 more calories every week without any activity. No activity, burning an extra 3,500 calories. So when you add a little bit of activity to that, now you're going to burn even more calories. All right? So this is why the muscle is valuable. I hear people come sit down all the time. I want to build a muscle. I don't want to build muscle. Yes, you do. You want to build muscle. Muscle protects your bones. Right? Muscle is what gives you good posture. All right? So some very valuable things that you have to understand about why you want to have a balanced program. Do you want your chest stronger than your back? Let me show you chest stronger than the back. That's chest stronger than the back. All right? Let me show you biceps stronger than tricep. You see it in the gym all the time. You see the guys walking around with their arms like this, right? And you think they're just trying to look big, but no. They work the biceps so much that it's overpowering the tricep, so their arm is naturally like this. So muscle imbalances are dangerous. Muscle imbalances are dangerous. You will see this in the gym, all right, all the time. You will see those people that they're pulled forward like this because their chest muscle is strong in the back. I mean, if you don't want to have a balanced program, you're going to have to worry about the consequences of having an imbalanced program. Now, when we're talking about more cardio. We're talking about not having enough time to do exercise. I want everybody to understand time frame, because let me put you in perspective and understand what's realistic for time. Because I know in this day and time we're all busy, correct?
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody is busy. We got lives, we got jobs, we got families, correct? So let's talk about that. In a week's time, what do we need? We got 168 hours in a week. The best shape of your life, 4 hours a week. 4. And if you got 80 hours for a job and you don't have 4 hours for your health and fitness for yourself, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, shame on you today. 4 hours. 30 minutes of cardio, 30 minutes of strength training with a 4 to 8 minute warm-up to start, and then you're gone. Home, enjoying your families, enjoying TV, enjoying whatever else you want to enjoy. 4 hours a week. But guess what? Here's the trick. Ditto. It has to be 4 properly structured hours. So if you're not going to structure the exercise activity properly, then you're going to be a loss. You got to have an idea what you're doing. No one gets on the highway and drives someplace that they've never been without a map. Nobody does that. Without a GPS system, I mean, we got navigation systems now, so not maps. I'm kind of talking old school, but I want everybody to understand, you got to have a sense of direction when you jump on the road. You don't drive somewhere you've never been and don't have a MapQuest or GPS. I mean, you got to have an idea where you're going. So this is where the 4 properly structured hours come into place. So when we're talking about a balanced program, we're talking about making sure that you have the right amounts of cardio versus the right amount of resistance training. When we're talking about a structured program, structure. Key to structure is making sure that you divide your body into parts and you attack the muscle groups independently. So that means that there is no magic workout that we can give you today where you do this every day, people, and you're going to be in great shape. You got your 5 favorite machines, those are the ones you know, and you do those every time you come in. I know some people can relate. I see some smiles. All right? Yeah, I see some smiles. I want you to understand that is not how you're going to get your body to respond. All right? You got to use muscle confusion. So what we do is we show you how to shock the body every 4 weeks. Right? Because we want to shock the body in 4-week increments to keep your body responsive. And we break your body into parts. Now, the minimum you want to come in the gym is 3 days. Minimum. You want 4 hours a week, minimum 3 days. And a lot of people say, well, I'm just coming in 2 days. To be honest with you, 3-day program, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you want, minimum. All right, breaking your body into parts properly is going to be key. All right, because you can't do the same muscle groups each day. 48 to 72-hour resting and recovery time is required to allow the muscles to heal. Your success is resting and recovery. You got to allow the muscle to rest. So, meaning we actually could work 7 days a week. So you could work out 7 days a week if it was designed properly. All right? If it was designed where you can get the rest and the recovery of each muscle group that you're working, you can work out 7 days a week. All right? So now that's structured. Now let's talk about the core muscles. All right? Core muscles, because a lot of people have what core muscles are confused. All right? I'm going to show everybody. Got a bunch of stuff up here. This is core ball. These balls here, I don't see them getting enough use in the gym, I'll be honest. I don't see them getting enough use. These balls here, let me talk about core first and what it does. While most activities or physical activities can cause imbalances, core work helps you balance your whole body out. All right? That's what core work does. It prevents you from walking out the house, grabbing for the newspaper, and hurting your back. Anybody ever heard somebody do that? Weak core muscles. That's what happens. All right? When you bend down and get something like, ooh, you tweak your back. Weak core muscles. Core muscles, everything from here to here. A lot of times people think core muscles are just abs. Abs are a small portion of the core. It's a very small portion. All right? I want you to understand that the core muscle, the chest part of the core muscles, all right? The abdominal, the hips, the back, and the chest, all part of the core. All right? So we want to make sure that we're strengthening all of these parts, and working core helps you to strengthen your body evenly. Even distribution of strength. Helps you with balance, it helps you with coordination. Any of us feel like you're a little bit clumsy? Yeah, a little bit clumsy? You need to work on core muscles. Right? Working on core muscles. You know, these here are all things that you'll see in use in the gym with what we call functional activity. This is called a kettlebell. Kettlebell. And a lot of times, what we're doing when we're working with these type of utensils, we're just getting you to do normal things that you may do on a day-to-day basis with a little added twist. I mean, a perfect exercise, I mean, just getting up and down, right? The kettlebell. I mean, you can get up and down with the kettlebell and we do an exercise. Up and down, all right? Up and down with the kettlebell, right? This is functional activity. This type of activity is what helps you strengthen your body, keeps you in good posture, all right? And it'll prevent you from injuries in the long run that normal people have that don't work out. Because one of the big misconceptions that people have is that, all right, that person is slim or that person is thin. Well, why do they work out? What's she working out for? Or what's he working out for? That person wants to live and have a better quality of life. That's why they're working out. You know, one time, you know, I got out of fitness industry for a little while. Just a short time. You know what I noticed? I noticed I started packing on the pounds. I noticed I wasn't feeling that great, and I hurried up and got right back into fitness. Because I know it makes me feel better. I think it makes me look better. You know, at the end of the day, I can also give to other people, and I feel good about that. Every day, I make it my business to come to the gym and help somebody. Every day. You know, I see some of your faces in here. I know I smiled at. I know I said hello to. But every day that I'm in the gym, my number one goal is to help somebody understand something that they didn't understand about exercise the day before. But what I want everybody to be mindful of as well is that I have approached some people to give them a golden nugget. Like, I don't want a trainer. No, that's not what I approached you for. Right? Because one thing about a good fireman is a good fireman doesn't drive past a fire because he's off duty. Right? Not on duty. I don't get paid for clients. All right? I'm here to help everybody. I don't get paid for clients. But a good fireman, if he drove past a fire, how would you feel about it? If I see you doing something wrong, I'm not going to say, oh, you're doing that exercise wrong, young lady. No, I'm going to come help you out. I'm going to tell you this is a more effective way to do that exercise. You know, but oftentimes, I'm saying this to this group because the next time that one of our staff members approaches you to help you out, because I instruct my staff to help everybody out in the gym, I want everybody not to be on their defenses. Because it doesn't mean that they're just trying to sell your personal training program. All right? Now, moving forward, because I want to get to the rest of my speakers here, core muscles help all the other muscle groups to work in harmony. All right? So they are a very vital part. They are a very vital part of your exercise regimen. Very. The next thing we're going to talk about, you know, on the agenda is going to be how to reduce body fat. You know, I touched on a few things, but, you know, I have one of my specialists that's about to come up. You know, I'll be up to talk to everybody again before we leave out of here and get you more the question and answer session. But, you know, I have one of my exercise specialists that's coming up, you know, a guy with a lot of experience. You know, I've been fortunate enough to be able to have a great team, you know, working beside me because, you know, there's no iron team. You know, but I want to bring up, you know, one of my coaches. I know if you've been in the Mandarin Location, he's talking to me because he's like myself, he talks to everybody. But he's coming up here to talk to you about a few topics, how to eat foods you like and still burn fat, increasing energy and lowering your stress, and also how to reduce body fat. You know, but I just want everybody to welcome Mr. Eddie Sandoval up to the front of the room.
Give that for a handshake. Let me tell you, Leslie knows. I'm learning from Leslie. He has a wealth of knowledge. But my topic today is something about health. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. For those of you who don't know me, haven't seen me, or maybe you ran away because you thought I was going to ask you for training. I haven't done that. No, don't be honest, don't be honest. Don't make me feel bad. But I'm Eddie Sandal. I'm a fitness trainer, weight loss professional, if I may. But my background basically started at the YMCA. Who here knows the YMCA? I had a passion for just people, and I started helping people out. And all of a sudden, someone said, you know, you should get certified. You should become a trainer. I said, okay. Do they pay? You know, I'm like, okay, cool. So I started doing that, and let me tell you, my background, actually even before the YMCA, I was in the Marine Corps. Try to train with me, we'll see. But I was in the Marine Corps, and basically, through those 4 years, I learned a lot of everything that we do physically is up here. You know, stay focused, having goals, and so on. So at the YMCA, I found myself helping a lot of people, got certified, and one of my passions was to, number one, get while you're working out. Well, let me tell you, if I ever stopped you in here, I probably stopped you because you were doing something that was going to hurt you. Okay? And if I haven't seen you, I probably will. But that's how it started. Okay? So all that time, I learned how the body can transform. You can actually literally have control of your body. I learned all that. I learned that by eating the right things, like that's what I'm saying, by doing the right exercises, and literally by staying focused, for a short time, for a long time, whatever the time that you have, but staying focused, you will achieve and reach the goals that you want. I promise you that. You can do this. So I've been doing this for about 11 years now, and I've trained the oldest person that I trained, it was 85 years of age. The youngest was 13. So I done just about everybody. And let me tell you, every one of those people, it was the same thing. Okay, they all wanted to look and feel good. You know, whatever the stage they were in their life. So, my goal here is to kind of show you how to eat donuts and do that. Is that it? No, that's it? I'm sorry. That's another subject. Here we go. No, I'm basically going to cover a real, I would have to say after today, because how many of you noticed or realized whenever you went and learned something new, you kind of got that moment like, aha, like, you know, that, wow, that was it. And so from that time on, when you learn something new, it all seems simple, right? So I'm going to tell you, right now, I'm going to show you something that is that type of moment. So make sure you're taking notes. Because after what you hear today, you're going to go out and you say, aha, that's it. And now, it's like, how did I miss it? That's so simple. And it is, ladies and gentlemen, it's really simple. You know, the hardest part is making that decision. You know, that decision of not drinking soda. So, here we go. We're going to cover first belly fat. Belly fat. How many of you know somebody who say, you know somebody who wants to always get rid of that fat belly? Raise your hand. How many of you? I know it's not you, just for you. All right? Right on, right on. Okay, so have you noticed our media, the magazines, you know, TV, radio stations? As a matter of fact, you go to the bookstores, what do you find? You find at least 2 racks full of magazines and books, and they don't say fat belly diet, or abs diet, or burn the belly off, or take the magic pill, I don't know, whatever. Have you heard that? Have you ever asked yourself the thing to actually literally just pick up a book and get it done with, like read it and get the results? Have you asked yourself, why is it that there's so much information about that? I mean, if there's only one certain type of belly, really, there's only a belly fat. We don't have multiple types of belly. Fat is fat. I mean, why is that? I'm going to tell you, we've been programmed. We've been programmed to fail. We have been lied to.